Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Let me get my theme song going together. I appreciate y'all for joining me again. We messed up.
It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Shout out to the NTZ crew. I see Michael Beach of Life on here. I'm pretty sure Jacob Tanjay's on here. Any new viewers and subscribers checking in for the first time, welcome. Any old heads, there's Michael Alexander, Brandon Bonner, all you old heads on here. He's poor man's passport guy starting to be an old head. That's Ken. He said, Cal, I'm looking forward to seeing you in September. Come on, brother. Anybody checking in on the replay, welcome, everybody. Of course, we have a topic, 5 questions every foreign man should ask a Filipina before getting serious. And also, we want to talk a little bit about Murphy's Law over here in the Philippines. If it can go wrong, it's going to go wrong. We want to say get well soon to Bronny James. LeBron James, you know, I'm always bringing him up, his name up. His son went into cardiac arrest at a basketball practice on the campus of the University of Southern California. He's in the hospital now in stable condition. Cardiac arrest, your heart stops, man. It's a serious thing. Obama's personal chef died. He drowned, 45 years of age. You know, life is sacred, man. It's precious. No matter how bad things are, if you open up your eyes to a new day, you're winning. So we want to send out our sincerest condolences to this young man's family. He was only 45 years old. The peso is 54.5 pesos to the dollar. Excellent. That's an excellent. Shout out to the Philippine women's soccer team for winning their first ever World Cup soccer match. This is actually their first World Cup appearance. Took them 2 games to win their first game. They upset the host country, New Zealand. And, you know, y'all think I'll just be on here talking. On several of my videos, I said, man, the Philippines is going to produce a soccer star. I said in the next 5 to 10 years, the next generation, it may already be here. You know, it could be a woman, could be a man, but that is phenomenal, man. Imagine it's the Philippines now, but I see it right in front of me in San Carlos City. I mean, they're practicing all the time. They've designated whole fields for nothing but soccer and practice, and eventually it's going to happen if it hasn't already. So we want to send our congratulations out to them. Watch that. W Secrets to Success blog says, Typhoon, you shaking in your boots over there? No, but that's part of that Murphy's Law. But see, the Typhoon E-Guy, or E-Gay, is taking over the headlines. Otherwise, this soccer victory by the Philippine women's team would be all over the paper. But E-Guy or E-Gay, it made landfall up in the Cagayan Valley, up in Luzon. That's why I say, guys, when you come to the Philippines, check the weather. Now, typhoons every part of the Philippines is not in a direct path of a typhoon. Remember that. When you talk about the Philippines, you're talking about 7,000 islands. over 7,000. 2,000 are inhabited. It's not just one Philippines, man. So somebody else says, oh, that typhoon over there is going to make me change my mind about coming here. Why? We're getting the remnants of it. That's why I'm still stranded over here, because the ferries are shut down. But every place that you go here is not in the direct path of a typhoon. But no, I'm not shaking in my boots. Not this time. I remember I sat through one December 2021. Scared the bejeebus out of me. I said my last prayer, and I thought it was over with. But let's get into our subject today. If you don't hear anything else I say today, I want you to hear this. You're accepting applications when you come over here looking for a date. Okay. You're doing the harm. Okay. She's the applicant. You're not looking for work. She is. And they're trying to flip that script. No matter how bad of a situation you find yourself in when you come over here, loneliness, whatever it is, desperation, whatever it is, her situation is worse. So you're the one who's interviewing her. Stop letting them turn that around. You guys are afraid to even ask one damn question of the lady. We just sit there and take them literally for face value. And it's time that you stop. If you want to increase your odds of really finding somebody, if that's what you're trying to do, then you got to start asking questions. It's just that simple, because she's going to ask you every question in the book. This comes from an old video I made. It's time for me to rehash this and remind you guys what to do over here. You are the employer, okay? She's the applicant, guys. I'm telling you now. No matter how bad things may seem for you, her situation is worse, a whole lot worse. And we're not talking about taking advantage of people. We're not talking about mistreating anybody. We're not putting anybody down. This is just a fact. So if you want the help is going to be here. What's up, King B. Stacker? He came to the meet and greet. And yeah, let me thank everybody who came out. It was a great turnout again. You know, they always show up in Cebu and Lapu-Lapu City. A lot of new guys, man. Remember I did the video yesterday. I saw the change in these men. They all have beautiful young Filipinos sitting next to them. King B. Stacker, one of them. And sometimes that makes all the difference in the world. But the conversations were lively, entertaining, energetic, man. The food was good. We had a good time, man. Y'all got to start coming out to these meet and greets. You won't regret it. But he was there with his girlfriend and her son. And I was finally glad to meet you, brother. But the very first question that you should be asking, if you're chatting online, if you're coming over here in person, is this. Have you dated a foreigner before? It's very, very important. What's up, Mr. Passport King? He said, Calvin, is there a meet and greet scheduled for August? Yes. August 24th, I believe, in Cagayan de Oro, which if you're in Cebu, it's only a 40-minute flight from Cebu. But that's a very, very important question. If you dated a foreigner before, if she has, you need to throw her back and keep searching. This is the number one question, because at the meet and greet, there were some single Filipinos there, but they had all been with foreigners before. But you don't know it because they're attractive looking women. And that's what's going to attract you. That's what's going to make you think, oh, I got something good, not realizing that she's had her heart broke. Okay. you know, you don't want to go behind a foreigner over here because Filipinos, they love hard, and y'all heard me talk about it before. They give their all, and you just don't want to come behind that. So that's the very first question you ask her. If she has, then you just politely say, "Oh, okay, yeah," and then just ghost her or just stop being serious about it because you're gonna pay for everything he did or he didn't do. Trust me. Okay. No, Austin in Mississippi. It wasn't more recent than that. Um, Typhoon Odette was December 2021. Okay. Hey, T. Williams, what's going on, brother? Salute, he says. Number 2 is how old are you? Really? See, this is very important. How old are you really? Because a lot of Filipinos, they don't really know because they don't have a birth certificate. A lot of them were born by a midwife. My son's mother was that way. She was actually 2 years older than what she thought she was. The only way we found out was when I helped her get her passport and found out she was 2 years older than she was. This is very important, man, because you come over here, because from the age of 16 to about 22, they all look the same, man. You don't know. We were at Derek Q's house last night, Q Adventures, and his niece, well, his girlfriend's niece, their niece, turned 18. And she looked and her sister was 14. They look the same damn age. You need to know for real. They'll tell you they're younger than they are. MF Doom, that's a supervillain, says being with a foreigner is a bad thing. Look, man, don't come on here with this foolishness. Okay, he got it now. You got to see where he gets it. Yeah, if she's been with a foreigner before, you don't want to come behind him. Trust me. Well, you'll know if she's up on game. You're going to know if she's been with a foreigner. You're going to know. I promise you, you're going to know that. But it's important because you come over and you get with a girl that's 16, 17, it's big trouble, man. You're looking to be exploited, extorted. You may go to jail. Make sure she's at least 18. Jerron Jimmer says, hey, Sunshine Shows, I'm dating a pretty thick Filipinos. Why do people get mad when somebody dates a Pinay? Well, they're jealous, really. That's really all it is. That's really all it is, guys. What else could it be? These are human beings. I see this. They had this rapper. This is wrong. What I don't like about The Matrix. Who cares what a rapper thinks? I don't. He's calling us weak, guys who come overseas to get women. Oh, we're weak. We're wimps. We can't handle America. Stop complaining, he says. He sounds like someone who's never traveled out of the country a lot, first of all. He doesn't realize the earth is our home. And who said that American women are the standard? I mean, come on, man, Who said that American women are the standard? Talk to me. They're not. They're 2% of the Earth's population. So just because I'm born over there, I'm supposed to limit myself to that. Shut up, man, and go back to rapping. I mean, he's like a 40-something-year-old rapper. And I pick on rappers, because how old do you have to be? I mean, how old is Jay-Z? I mean, come on, man. At some point, you got to stop rapping. Call yourself a damn poet or something. But you can't be no damn rapper. I mean, they're trying to make that just a career now. But how old are you really? That's the second question. The third one is, are you a virgin? You need to ask that question because here's how you guys are. You're afraid to ask that question. So you'll say, do you have children? Okay. And women will lie about children because they know that lessens their value over here. that decreases their odds of finding anybody. They know that foreign men, a lot of you guys coming over here, will not date single mothers. So you just got to answer that question. Put her on the hot seat. You're going to learn a whole lot about her from that question. You know, like the guy says, is she up on game? You're going to know. Well, how many, you know, this isn't, and this is part of that question. How many men have you had? How many lovers have you had? Don't be afraid to ask that. But King B. Stacker says, I really enjoyed meeting you in Maryland. Derek and his lady also. Great meet and greet with all the other expats. It was really cool. Calvin is a real one, people. Yeah. And that's my appeal. I'm just the regular guy over here, man. And I think that's what it is. But you don't understand. In every meet and greet I had, only the good guys show up. I mean, there's just the outstanding people, the cream of the crop, man. They come to these meet and greets. I don't care where it is. Okay? The Pookies and the Ray Rays do not show up. They're not going to do it. So if you want to meet some quality people, some good connections, whether they live here or they still living in America, you come to a meet and greet and you'll see. Robert Paul Washington Shaw says the age of consent 16, 18, or 21. For you, if foreigners, 18. The law over here is 16, but that's only for the locals, man. You're not a Filipino citizen. Okay? Don't come over here and, oh, the age of consent. You are going to jail. They're going to put you under the jail. Okay? Yeah, don't get caught up in that. Yeah, he said real talk about that rapper. He's just another agent of the Matrix. Yeah. Like, who are you, man? Shut up to tell me who I'm going to date. You know, American women aren't the standard. We put them up there like that. Absolutely. He says, is it believable to have a 27-year-old virgin? Yes. The woman, when I was living in Lapu-Lapu years ago, 2011, I think, I met a virgin. I believe it's the only virgin I've ever dealt with. I do not want another virgin. It's messy. I just don't want it. Okay, but you have to ask these questions. Are you a virgin? How many men have you been with? You know, Filipinos or not. But y'all afraid to ask those questions. She's going to ask you all of that stuff. No, we don't want to beat around the bush, Michael, because this is Mike Smith, because this is what Filipinos are good at. They're good at answering questions around the other side of the bush. You go straight and ask her, are you a virgin? Don't say, have you had a boyfriend before? You're letting off the hook. Yeah, but he says, yeah, most of these outspoken celebrities have an inconsistent relationship record. He's just trying to, he said that, you know, the video was, he puts passport bros on blast or something. And then you got this guy, I think his name is Wallow or somebody. I mean, you know, dude, you don't speak for me. Well, see, when you're online, you're not going to do all of that. We're just asking questions because when you're online, because you want to know all this stuff before you get all the way over here. He says, how about asking her to see her phone? Okay, now number 4 is, how many men are you chatting with online? This is very important, guys. Okay. How many men are you chatting with online? Because remember, they're going to chat with 3, 4, 5 because they don't know who's coming. She don't believe that you're coming. So she's going to chat with 3 or 4 to increase her odds of meeting somebody. They want somebody that's going to come over here. That's their ultimate goal, is to get you over here. So they're going to chat with more. Marilyn was chatting with 3. Okay. But you need to ask that question. If she lies about any of this stuff, guys, you got to throw them back. Okay. Any of this stuff. Yeah, but how many men are you chatting with? You know, and if they hesitate about that, man, you know, you don't want that. Okay, and then number 5 is, and there's other questions, but these are the important 5 questions you have to ask. Do you want a visa or do you want to come to my country? This is going to tell you a whole lot about the woman you're chatting with and her intentions. But those are 5 questions that every foreign man should ask a Filipino before you get serious, man. Because I'm going to tell you something. She's going to ask you everything. We take them for face value. All we're going by is their looks. Man, you're going to get in trouble over here big time. There was 2 attractive looking women at that meet and greet. They were dressed up looking really, really nice, but they've already been through the ringer with Lord knows how many foreigners now. You know, how many dicks have they sucked? You don't want that. I'm just being honest with you, man. You know, you got to ask these questions. Because no matter how bad your situation is when you get over here, hers is worse. You're doing the harm. You're accepting the applications, not her. She's the applicant. Listen to this. This is very important. We're not talking about putting anybody down, but that's what it is. You're the prize. You're the catch. You're the employer. Okay? You're not looking for work. She is. You're retired, more than likely. Stephen Ellie says, and how guys are sending money. Well, we all send money. You're just not going to, you can talk to, we're blue in the face, Steve. And they're going to send money. Okay? That's just how it is. He says, am I married? Yeah, I am. Technically, I am married. Technically. Orion, the eating warrior, thanks for that super chat. He says, I stopped caring what others say, I think. The same people that will criticize you for meeting women in the Philippines are the same ones that are usually miserable themselves. Ignore haters, it's usually jealousy. And this is right on the money. It's exactly right. But I was just saying, like, why do they keep quoting these rappers and these basketball players and putting them out there like they speak for us? You don't speak for us, man. Stay in your place. You know, you're a rapper, man. You can't tell me nothing. Not like that. Not to go overseas and seek my happiness. The world's 198 million square miles. There's life outside of America. And people have to tell this knucklehead that. He's pushing back like, oh, you can't get an American woman. American women are not the standard. This isn't 1940. Harold Till says, man isn't planning to settle in the Philippines. That's a visa stipulation off the bat. Yeah, see, you've got to ask that question. You got to ask that question anyway. See? Well, you know, he said, should I bring her to the States? Every situation is different, Jerron, simply because some guys have no choice. If you come over here and you fall in love and you have, and you found a nice woman and you can trust her, you know, you develop that real relationship, not the 2-week type. Then you have to, you know, you can bring her back. My video, which I'm going to have to, I think my next live stream is going to do that. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to bring that one back up. Stop. Don't bring your Filipino girlfriend or wife home. I wasn't saying don't do it. I was telling you about the risk that you run when you bring them over there. Because believe it or not, man, I'm going to say 90% of the couples that I was around over there, Filipino and American couples that I was around in America, they stayed together. Okay? Me and my wife stayed together, man. Y'all don't understand. We only split up because I'm here and she's there. That's all. You know, we still loved each other. We never had an argument. We got along well. We were best of friends. But I couldn't go back there. And I didn't want to hold her back. So I said, go ahead. That's why I married you over there. Okay? Thanks, Paul Stanley, for that super sticker. But I'm saying don't, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm telling you the risk involved. Graham Green says, many of us belong over there. Yeah, see, Americans, we're only 4% of the population. So if half of that is men, half of that is women, that means 2% of American women. I mean, American women make up 2% of the population. That's just not enough. That's just not enough. I'm not going to limit myself to that. Hey, Cheeto Egg, thanks for that super sticker. Fresh Aloha says, I love your channel, Brother Cal. Be there in 3 weeks. I'm unlocking the chains from this Western unethical backwards life here in the U.S. Freedom, here I come. I'm glad you brought that up, because I got a lot of pushback on they're giving up on the American dream, right? People have given up on the American dream. And they come to the Philippines, they're looking for a new way of life, man. They're looking for hope over here. Because I'm going to say it again, if you're in America, if you're a man and you're living in America and you're not angry for some reason, and maybe I'm using the wrong word, maybe I should say dissatisfied, then you're not a man, and I question your sanity. It's a lot going on over there. Everybody can't be wrong about that. W. Secret Sister says, Lord, thanks for that super chat. He says, let me kick this off. Tell us something interesting about the meet and greet that surprised the hell out of you. Give it up, Cal. Well, some of these women, some of these guys just had some stunning women. Okay. That's one thing. Another thing was one of, and he knows who he is. I won't say it. Another one of my attendees, the guys that came up. This is his second time to the Philippines he's with his Filipina. He's 62, she's 23. He's already given the mother and the father 10,000 in gold coins to hold for them until they got back, because he's bringing her to America so they can have their wedding reception or whatever it is. And I'm saying to myself, dude, do you know the minute that you get on that plane, they're going to be taking that to the pawn shop? And I don't care what they tell you. And then they're going to get their heads chopped off because they're only going to give pennies to the dollar. They don't know what they've got. I mean, it's his money. It was his gold coins and stuff. This guy is pretty smart. He's pretty intelligent. But I wouldn't have done that because we don't understand the peso economy. He kept saying $10,000. I said, no, you gave them 550,000 pesos. And he just couldn't get it because I'm telling, his girlfriend, okay, she was getting ready to accept a job as a call center agent, right? Earning 18,000 pesos per month. I said, even if she could save every single peso of that, it would take her 30 months. It would take her 2 years and a half. But she's not going to be able to save 1 peso of that. So coming up with 550,000 pesos is going to be a monumental task, guys. He gave them a lot of money, and they're going to spend it. While he's on his way to the airport, they're going to be behind him in a damn tricycle going to the pawn shop. Hey, Ryan, the Eating Warrior, thanks for that super chat. He said, from experience, ask yourself before bringing her to the U.S., can you get the same caliber female in the U.S.? The feminist propaganda will get to her in the U.S. long enough, and she makes American female friends. Now, here's a gentleman who's telling you guys from experience, okay? He brought a woman over there, and she ran off, had an affair while he was out serving the country. What happens is the support group gets a hold of her, they're gonna, they're gonna look at you and they're gonna say, "Oh well, you can get better over here." A lot of times they're gonna say that. You're gonna be lucky if she gets around some good Filipinos over there who don't think like that. But when you take her to that church for the first time, that Catholic mass, and they're driving up in their Maseratis and everybody. These aren't Filipinos anymore. These are Americans, okay? Had I met Filipinos then, if that would have been my first exposure to Filipinos, I would have never came here. But because I had already been coming to the Philippines over 5 years, when I first saw this with my own eyes, I knew that they had changed. These wasn't Filipinos. They wasn't smiling. They wasn't happy. They wasn't warm and welcoming. These were Americans, man. They had all these fancy clothes and everything. Big purses, nice cars. They wasn't looking at you. They looked at you sideways, man. I was shocked. Hey, Michael Onstead, thanks for the super sticker. This is our resident insurance agent. If you guys are looking for health insurance over here in the Philippines, this is the guy to talk to. Okay? This is not an endorsement. I'm a fellow insurance agent, but I'm retired. He's not. And this is what we do to each other. But he can help you. He's got a Facebook group. I think it's called Healthcare in the Philippines. That's what it's called. If you're interested, check him out. Hey, Jam Silver, thanks for that super chat. He said, keep bringing us some great info, Brother Cal. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. Now, Bravo23 says, yeah, angry is the right word. Yeah, because some people, they say, well, I'm not angry. Well, you're something. You're something over there. But remember, guys, ask these questions. Don't be afraid to do it. But Ryan, the eating warrior, he's telling the truth, guys. What's going to happen is eventually she's going to go to work. If you bring her on the K1, she can go to work after about 5 or 6 months. They're going to see you drop off. They're going to know right away, okay, what the situation is. The cat's out of the bag. They know now that we're coming over here. We're marrying. We're dating Filipinos. Some of us are bringing them back home. I had the same thing happen to my wife. I had to physically go there and show them, guys, look, man, she's got somebody already. Leave my wife alone, because they will not respect her. They're not going to respect you. They're going to chip away. Luckily, my wife just wasn't that way. She's not that way now. But yeah, they're going to, always going to say you can do better. And it's not going to take them long before they figure out how easy it is, how easy they've made it to earn a living and take care of your family in America. And she's going to be thinking, even if she has any doubt in her mind about you, she's going to be like, well, hell, I don't need him. I can get a car, a place, credit cards, a job. It's very easy to do that and become independent. So it's just some of the risks that you're going to run over there. Your own family's going to be like, well, what are you doing with him a lot of times? Yeah, that's not what I'm saying. Guys, look, I'm not picking on anybody. Of course, Stephen, it is. This is life. But we're talking about men who want to come over here. Every relationship doesn't end like yours. You got a good one. Okay. A lot of guys come over. We're just trying to help guys make the right choice. Some of you guys just are fortunate that the woman that you were chatting with on the other end is a decent human being, because we stick our necks out. Everybody sends money, Steve, and I guarantee you sent money to your wife unless you met her in America. We all do it. I'm trying to get guys to stop sending so much. Stop making that commitment that you're making, because they want the commitment. You're doing the hard, not her. She's applying for work, not you. But we seem to forget it. We come over here, we're desperate, we're lonely. It doesn't matter. Her situation is 10 times worse than yours. And you must not forget that. You are sitting firmly in the driver's seat in the dating game over here. But if you don't practice that, she's going to flip it real quick. She's going to make it think like, she's the prize. She's not. Jay White says, so what if a guy really can't get a woman in the U.S.? Should he stay there and be miserable and alone? Absolutely. You're on to something. Or should he go somewhere where his life will change and he can find happiness? Yeah, this is all we're saying. Misery loves company. Americans only make up 4% of the population. There's life outside of America. If you can't find your happiness there, go somewhere else. The earth is our home, guys. The next pet strikes again. Yeah, they're coming. They're not coming over here, Jacob. You know that. Okay, they're not coming over here. They're waiting for you to bring the woman over there because they know there's a good chance it's not going to work out. And then they're going to pounce on her. Now they've got them a ready-made Filipina. They don't have to do the visa. They don't have to do all of that. They don't have to make that 20-hour trip, 40 hours really, 20 here and 20 back. Spend all that money to do it. They don't have to meet the family. They don't have to go up in the province and all that. They have to do none of that we do, see. And this is why I tell Filipinos when I get a chance to talk to them, don't forget, because they will, guys, don't forget what these men are doing for you. And then all of a sudden you want to get over there and get dreamy-eyed for some young hunk who really don't give a damn about you. When you were struggling over here, eating rice and salt, it was me who came over here and rescued you, not him. Don't forget that. But they will. Sometimes you got to be petty like them. You got to bring it up, and let them know what you did for them. Shake them back awake. You're falling asleep, lady. You know the situation you was in before I came over there? Now all of a sudden you made it out on my back, and now you want to run off or you want to act silly or something? No. That's why I say do the K1. Because if you do that spousal visa, you get married over here, then bring over there, she's already got the green card. Jason Anderson, thanks for that super chat. He says, is it still safe to have a long-distance relationship in the Philippines? I've seen some dudes do it successfully, but I imagine most guys fail. I wouldn't do it. I'm against it because it's treacherous. Okay? It's torture, man. Jason, why would you do that to yourself? I don't know how guys do it. When you're ready to settle down, either over here, or you ready to bring that woman home, then you do that. But that long-distance relationship, man, is ugly. Because there's some beautiful women over here. I'm talking about from the inside out. And you come over here and you make that connection, and now all of a sudden you have to go back home. Oh, man. That's why it fails, okay? That's why it fails. I wouldn't do that. Then you got to get back on the hamster wheel. And then how long will it be before you can get back over here? Those K1 visas and spousal visas are so backed up now, it's going to take a long time for you to get her over there. Don't do it, guys. I'm telling you, if you can avoid that, don't do it. If you want to come over on vacation and if you see somebody, but remember, when you lay down with somebody, somebody's going to get up with feelings. And, more likely it's going to be you. Okay? More than likely it's going to be you. And that's just a heavy burden to carry, Jason. I tell anybody that the best cure for a long-distance relationship is to make it a short-distance relationship. Okay? The long-distance relationship. And then remember, somebody else may come over here. And you keep on making promises. Oh, I'm coming back. And this guy's over here already. And he may be one of those guys that doesn't care that the woman has been with somebody else, because there's guys watching me now. They married women who were with foreigners before. I wouldn't do it, but they did it. There didn't seem to be. No Chingo Dinero says all women are pretty much the same no matter what the country they came from. Yeah, but you have to understand that, okay, you could be right. But look at the choices, if we're honest, look at the choices that you have in your own country versus the choices you have over here. Watch my video yesterday. If you're going to have to put up with it, and women are the same, wouldn't you want an attractive, young, beautiful woman who will bend over backwards for you, jump through hoops, running around in circles for you? Wouldn't you want that rather than some big Susie over there? You know, Haitian government says, yeah, they tend to forget quickly. Even when you're over here and then you bring it up, are you keeping score? You're damn right I'm keeping score, because if you take me for granted, I'm walking out that door. You know, don't forget, you know, because they're certainly going to do it. Sometimes you got to get petty, man, with them. You know, let people know, you know, I'm firmly in the driver's seat over here. Atonsa says, Jens, be careful what you ask for. If you take her to the West may take her from you. Vet them well, and even then there are no guarantees. You know, it took me 4 years and a half, almost 4 years. We met in September 2010. Her and my son came over June of 2014. Okay. But we're not doing that. People aren't listening, Tonester. It doesn't matter what we say. They're going to come over here. They're going to fall in love with these attractive young women, and they're ready to take them back home. You know, they want that attention 24 hours a day, and they're willing to, you know, to take the risk. Hey, what's up, Eric Terry? Yeah, he got a 6.5. He said, I was 6.5 months LDR till I got boots on the ground. No, you didn't have an LDR. You got an LDR now. It's not before, it's after. You were having a long distance conversation, King B Stacker. It's a long distance relationship now that you done been over here. Y'all done consummated the relationship. You got to tune up with the free oil change and the lube job. You got all of that. You're bonding with her now. You know, you're starting to have feelings and you're emotionally entangled. Now it's a long distance relationship. Wait when you go back home and you don't take her with you. Then you're going to say, damn, what have I done? Because it's going to hurt like hell. It's going to hurt like hell, okay? Every bone in you is going to be aching for that woman to be beside you, okay? And she's way over there. You know, you can't touch her anymore. You can't kiss her. You can't hold her. That's torture. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Hell with that, man. Don't do it, guys. If you want to come over here and just, you know, meet somebody and go back and get back into the matrix, and do that. But you come over here and you develop a relationship, you're going to torture yourself. Because these women are going to treat you so well, and it's going to spoil you. Then you go back home and they removed that from you. They've taken that away. You're going to be worse off than you are now. I would rather be over there. You know, you can't miss what you haven't, what you've never had, guys. Remember that. I mean, that's as old as, you know, that's an old saying. You can't miss what you never had. Once you have it, you're going to miss it, man. You're going to miss it. That's why I couldn't stay away. I couldn't stay away. I was talking to a guy yesterday. Derek Q Adventures. I couldn't stay away for 2 months. I can't do the long distance relationship. Then it got from 2 months to 2 weeks to the point where I said, well, hell, I'm just going to stay over there. Mr. Passport King, thanks for that super chat. He said, boots on the ground. He said, Calvin, I'll leave the U.S. in a few hours. I have my SRV documents ready. It's been a task getting rid of everything. I will try to make it to Cayenne de Oro since I will be in Minden now. Hey, congratulations, brother. I know you left here. I can't remember when you left here. Was it in February? And now you're coming back. See, tell them about a long distance relationship. He'll tell you, but he's coming back now. I bet he won't leave again. I bet you that. But I'm happy for you, brother. Ryan the Eaton Warrior, thanks for the super chat. He said, guys need to be careful if they're not used to the penile treatment. You can fall easy for them. You will fall easy for them. This guy's throwing out gems today. This is what we were talking about yesterday. But guys won't listen to people who are over here or who have the experience like you and me. They just won't listen. It's too easy to fall for these women, man. It's very, very easy to fall for them. The cute as a button. You know, it's like blowjobs on demand. They're going to do whatever you want to do. You want them to do, man. They're going to tell you that. You can do to me whatever you want to do. And even if they don't say it, they're going to give you that green light, man. You're going to fall in love with them. And then that's when they got you. Didn't y'all hear Maryland say that's their goal? We're going to do whatever you want to do to make you fall in love. Then we know we got the house and lot. It's coming. But y'all won't listen. Okay? Don't listen then. Lady, what were the questions in a nutshell? Number one is, have you dated a foreigner before? It's very important that you ask that question. And if she has, you gotta throw her back. Now there's guys watching me who said, well, I don't care, she's nice, or and put it on the man over there. You know, that's another beast. Don't do it. Remember, you're the prize, you're the king. You can have whatever you want. You're gonna make the decision. Do I want to deal with this or not? I wouldn't deal with it. How old are you, really? That's number two, because a lot of Filipinos, they don't know. They may tell you she's 18, but she may be 16, because they don't have birth certificates. They were born with a midwife, a lot of them. The midwife didn't come back and do the paperwork. Okay. Are you a virgin? And it's very important. Don't ask them, oh, do you have children? How many boyfriends you have? No, ask them directly that question. And then have her start talking. If she's babbling and, then you're going to know something's going on there. Okay. How many men are you chatting with online? You need to know that, because she's telling y'all all the same thing. She's showing everybody the same thing, because she don't know which one of y'all coming over. So if you're playing peekaboo with her, those other three guys are playing peekaboo with her. She's playing peekaboo with them too. You're nothing special, man, until you get over here. As long as you're on the other end of the camera, you're nothing special. She's going to treat you like she does everybody else. It's only when you come over here, and you better cross your fingers and hope you're the first one, that she makes you feel special. But if you're doing peekaboo with her online, she's doing it with somebody else, man. Okay. And number 5 is, do you want a visa? Do you want to come to my country? These are very, very important questions. Okay. Now, see, Australia is different than America. I've got a friend. He's got his Filipino over there now in Australia. She's on a visitor's visa, and it wasn't hard. Yeah, I think it took them like 3 months or something. It was very quick, and she's been there a year. They haven't gotten married yet. See, Australia's different. You can get them over there. They can stay with you, and then you can apply for the marriage visa or whatever it is over there. He was explaining it to me. But in America, no, it's not like that. It's next to impossible for them to get a tourist visa. Yeah, see, It's not a relationship. You're just having a conversation with this woman. Once you come over here and y'all consummated, you spending time together, you bonding, now it's a relationship. Now you talk to me when you go back home. When you go to the airport, you're going to sniff, you're going to be sniffling, you know, your eyes are going to be watering because you know you're going to miss that when you get back home, man. Back to reality, lonely days and lonely nights. Okay, brother, thanks. Abel's Journey says, Stephen and Elliot Vincent, I think Calvin's being quite clear in what he's saying. And at no point he's ever said that any country contains all good or bad. Right. We're just, everybody watching here is interested in the Philippines. I just so happen to be here. You're interested in dating over here. So I'm saying, I'm trying to help you. I'm giving you my boots on the ground experience. Is it the Bible? No, it's not the Bible. But it can help you. He said, yeah, LOL, you have a good memory. I do. I have a photographic memory. But I'm glad you're coming back. I bet you won't leave again. He says, I would rather have a Filipino rather than dealing with the modern woman here in the Matrix. Next year, I'm done with this mess. Yeah. You know, these rappers and all these guys that they throw up there at you and tell you that you're weak, they sound real ignorant. When the earth is our home, if you can't find it where you, why would you limit yourself to that little bitty dot that you're living on? Your existence, your whole existence has been on that little dot. You've never stepped out of that. But now people are saying, look, I'm over here now. I'm in Brazil. I'm in Colombia. I'm wherever I am. And man, the view is so much better over here. What's wrong with you coming over there too? See? What's wrong with you coming over there? Nothing. But they'll tell you, because misery loves company, remember? They'll tell you you're weak. Hey, Billy Times, I'm sorry. Thanks for that super sticker. I mean, who is he to say? He sounds stupid. He sounds like somebody who doesn't travel a lot, who's who's deep inside the matrix. But for him to say in 2023 that American women are the standard, and just because I can't get an American woman, a woman, or I don't desire an American woman, that I'm somehow less than a man. Man, you crazy. You sound foolish. Hey, Soul School music lovers, thanks for that super sticker. Remember, man, we got to learn to think for ourselves. You're 60 years old. If you can't learn to think for yourself by now and make your own decisions, man, you don't have nothing coming. You're going to be miserable no matter where you go. You didn't come over here. You didn't jump out of the frying pan over there to jump into the fire over here. Whatever you're doing wrong over there, you get a chance to correct it over here. And the number one thing is to assume your rightful place in the natural order of things as a man. She's going to put you up here. She's going to give you that title until you screw it up. We screw it up because so many of us were uncomfortable in that role. We've never been there. We're here with the woman over there. Men and women are equal, but we're not the damn same. You know, we're not the damn same, guys. So if you come over here and then you want a Filipino to lead you around by your nose, it's going to be worse here than it is there. What's going on, 53 Shades Dark? I know you headed back over here, I think next month. You got to be in control. Look, it was men that were pushing back on me when I made the video. Hey, I got caught cheating. It's the best thing to happen to me. I make these videos to let you guys know that things are different over here, especially for you, a foreigner, because you're the diamond, you're the catcher of prize, than it is over there. Okay? It wasn't a fire sale. It would have been a fire sale had my American wife caught me cheating over there when I was married to her. but it's a whole different story over here. Okay. Yeah, Marilyn was mad, but that was all, she just got mad. She wasn't going anywhere. She's not going to trade in a Maserati for a damn pedicab. She's not going to do it. She's smart enough to know that. I wasn't putting her business out there. That was my story. She's part of my story. But I'm telling you that you have a little bit more clout over here than you do over there, okay? Do I have to just come out and say it? But guys are, all these guys from this moral hilltop. I mean, these are men coming at me. You would think women would be coming at me, but these were men. And I'm like, man, you guys are lost over there. Nobody can save you. Nobody can save you. Hey, Dimitri, living a dream. Thanks for that super chat. And that's all I'm saying. We're trying to help each other, but y'all just aren't listening. Y'all want to be, it's not about being moral and all that. We're just human beings. What world are you living in? There's wars being fought all over the world and everything. And just because, I made a choice to lay down with another woman, now all of a sudden it's World War III. Come on, it's a lot worse I could do, guys, than that. And on the other hand, I was telling you what's going to happen when you get over here. Okay, your stock is going to go way up when you get over here. And it's going to be women who are going to chase you. They're going to want you. They're going to want what you got. And they're going to be willing to go to any length to get it. The woman told me, she knew me from my vlogs. She said, I know Marilyn. Don't worry about it. She's never going to find out. She didn't tell Marilyn. She said, I'm not going to be a problem. But she started being a problem because she fell in love. We treat them so well, man, that they've never been treated as well as we treat them. And when the feelings get involved, they start getting crazy like that. But she never did tell Marilyn. She never told Marilyn. S1 Philly Vibe says, hey, Cal, the haters are coming on strong at me. My trip is coming up in September. Some co-workers think I'm going to be in harm's way because I'm in a third world. Yeah, see, misery loves company, brother. And what you want to do is bring back video and footage of this beautiful country and shove it down their damn throat and tell them to get a damn life. That the world is bigger than America. The earth is a whole lot bigger than America. There's life outside of America. That's the matrix, guys. You're getting ready to unplug in September. And you're going to plug into something new over here. See, people like me, we plugged in over here. We're like, well, hell, I'm not going anywhere. I stay plugged in over here. Hey, Ryan, thanks for that super chat. He says, in the Philippines, most guys get to experience the abundance mindset. No need to get tripped up over one woman. If she acts up, trade up. Yeah, this is just the reality of it. And just because I don't say it doesn't mean it's not true. But if I say it, then all of a sudden, now I'm the bad guy. If I never even had a channel, everything that I'm telling you guys about is happening anyway, whether I talk about it or not. Don't shoot the messenger, man. You have your stock goes way up, dude, when you get over here. I don't care who you are. The guy says, hey, tell me something crazy at the meet and greet. Man, there's some of those guys, man, who wouldn't get the time of day from women over in America, had beautiful young Filipinos, half their age, sitting beside them, attending to their every need. I'm talking about these women that I saw were at the least 7s. That's at the least. One guy may have had an 8.5. I mean, she was foxy as hell. 26. I think he's 63, something like that. Whatever it was. And he was like, Calvin, you're exactly right. My equipment stopped working He said, I came over here and got with her. He said, now she can't keep up with me. She's asking for a break. She's trying to tag out. I'm like, no, get on over here. Well, no, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that what goes on over here is not the same as what goes on in America. This is of all the mistakes that we as Westerners make, the biggest mistake is thinking that things are the same around the world as they are at home. That's the biggest mistake and we're somehow smarter than Filipinos and we're better than them. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm telling you that life is different over here. The way things work are different. This is what I'm telling you, Fabulous. Okay? This is what I'm saying. We make that big mistake. We think that everything just the way it happens at home, it's going to happen over here. No. Listen, don't ever forget where you are when you come over here. You're in the Philippines, and there's a brother. He lives right next to Derek QQ Adventures. He's forgotten. And I hope I'm wrong, but he's headed for trouble. He's headed for big trouble. Even Maryland said it. I didn't even think Maryland had peeped it. Because I told Derek, I said, man, doesn't he realize that they'll kill him over here? He's drunk. He's acting all belligerent and acting all stupid. It's not the first time. He's disturbing people in the apartment complex. You know, he's acting like a bully. I'm like, man, but you know, they'll cut him in half over here. And I'll be damned when we're outside waiting on the Grab to come and pick us up and take us home. Marilyn was telling her friends about him. She said, don't he realize he's not at home? He's not in his own country. And we're not going to put up with that. That somebody's going to get him, you know. But because he thinks he's at home. He thinks because he can do that at home, he can do that over here. No, you watch. Man, they already watching him. The barangay officials, you know, the tough guys. See, he's making himself visible by acting like that. Because normally we're invisible. People are like, man, I got too much on my mind. I'm trying to get a job. I'm trying to make ends meet. I'm trying to put food on the table. They'll see you, but the minute they pass you, they forget all about you. No, he's making himself visible. And it's going to be trouble for him. And I hope I'm wrong, but I'm not. Filipinos got a lot of patience, but when it runs out, he's done. He's done. You watch what I tell you, you know, because I thought he was joking. I need to see you, sir, man. You know, I'm ignoring him. I'm thinking, man, this guy's, you know, he's just being funny. But Turk's like, no, he's serious. I said, look, man, next time. I said, I'm getting ready to go home. You know, I'm looking at him because I don't like bullies. Okay? I had to fight a damn bully in the 6th grade. I don't put up with bullies. Okay? And he was acting like a bully. They're going to hurt him, man. Hey, Mopar, thanks for that super chat. He said, I found a good one, I think, that have answered all those questions positively. How was she requiring I go meet her mom and dad? Okay. First, to ask permission to date. This is new for me at this age. Well, you know, now I've talked about this before. This is good and it's bad. Okay. The good thing is this woman's serious. If she wants to take you home and meet her family, then she's saying, okay, I'm serious about you, but I want my parents to know who I'm going to be with, who I'm going to be spending these next 3 weeks with or whatever it is. I want them to know because they're going to know anyway. Don't think when they meet you at the airport that they haven't left their location and their phone number and everything, who you are. They got the picture of you back there. But this is a good sign. But it's a bad sign too, because if it doesn't work out, it's really going to make her look bad. Okay? It's going to make her really look bad, Mopar, because they're going to know that she's been with you for those 3 weeks and doing all the things that foreigners do. They're going to know that. And you know, she's going to lose face in her household and in her community. That's the only thing about that. But the good thing is this woman must be serious. He says the biggest mistake most foreigners make is to get married. A lot of them do. I don't think I made a mistake. My marriage didn't work out after almost 9 years. But man, it was a fabulous 9 years. It wasn't the same as when I was married to an American woman for those 18 years. I mean, I really had a great marriage to the Filipina that I married. It just came to an end because I can't be two places at once. She wanted to live in America. I wanted to live here. You know, she wasn't moving and neither was I. She was talking about going 6 months and 6 months here, which she probably would have did it, but I didn't sign up for that one. Okay. But we loved each other. We were the best of friends. Never had an argument. Every great cook, great woman, intelligent, had a college degree. You know, sex was just out of this world. I've just been very fortunate. Like I said, you don't get lucky over here. You get unlucky. There's good women online if you take your time, if you know what to look for. But we won't even ask these 5 general questions. If you ask those questions, you're going to eliminate a lot of them women that you're wasting all your time and money with. King B. Stacker says, I think that's just respectful in Mopar. Do it if you really like that girl. Her parents will be receptive, I assure you. Yeah, but see, that's the good side of it. The bad side of it is if you don't make it, which a lot of times your first relationship doesn't work. Okay, it's just how it is. I'm sorry. Now she's got to go back to the province, you know, with a sad face. Okay, everybody's going to be talking behind her back to chismis. Yeah, he used her. She was just a pastime because that's what they call it over here. So I don't know if I would do that the first time I'm there. I would, you know, but if that's all she's asking you to do, if you really think that she's, you know, you really don't know because this is your first time meeting her, man. Cultural differences matter, guys. It matters. She's going to have some habits and some things that she does culturally that you're not going to be able to stand. And vice versa. You're going to have some stuff she's not going to be able to stand. You know, our temper, you know, the way we speak, our impatience. It drives them crazy. They're ready to walk. Okay. And then some of the crazy stuff they do, smacking their food, you know, picking their nose at the table. You know, they don't think it's no big deal because it's, you know, it's no big deal over here. But that drives me crazy. You know, don't blow your nose at the table in front of me. Now you done ruined my whole meal. Okay? But these are the type of things that they matter. And until you get a firm relationship together, it's not going to survive. That's all I'm saying. So that's why a lot of times your first girlfriend doesn't work. And another reason it doesn't work is because we don't know what a good Filipino woman is. We don't know what constitutes a good woman over here. We bring our standards from America and England and France and the West over here and try to place it on the Filipino. You don't know a good thing when you got it. My son's mother, man, I'm gonna tell you, she was as perfect of a woman as I ever was gonna have until like I said, I've been very fortunate. I was fortunate enough to meet my wife and then marry her. But man, she was I never should have threw her back. But I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know this woman was the cream of the crop over here. I'm thinking, oh, it was that easy. I can go out here and get another one. Man, it took me a while. Okay. It took me a while. Yeah. Well, you don't understand, man. They're never going to ask you for money, Chris. Why do you guys don't get this? Filipinas are smart. They're very intelligent. A lot of the women the real women that you're chatting with online, they have college degrees. And if they don't have a college degree, they're smart enough to have one. Their financial situation just wouldn't allow them to go to school. Okay. But to say there's less money priority Filipino girls, that's not true. Man, the struggle is real over here. But they know their reputation. They know if they ask you for anything, man, that's the red lights are going to go off in your head. So they're never going to ask you for anything. That's why they call it the unspoken agreement. No, they're not. They all, the women that we deal with, they all want that upgrade. They all want that come up. They all want what you can do for them. 100% of them. Why in the world, if that wasn't the case, Chris, why is she dealing with you when there's much more handsome Filipino men here who are much younger, who have much more in common with her than you do? Okay. Why would she choose you over them? Come on, guys. I mean, we got to wake up. Well, not anymore. He says, Calvin Boohoo says, Calvin, what do you think about women with tattoos in the Philippines? Is it a red flag? Not anymore. Because remember, the internet is here, guys. You know, and remember they said, the biggest influence on Filipinos are Western women, not Western men. Okay, they like the European beauty too. So whatever they see the women doing in the West, they're going to do. But no, it's not a red flag anymore. You see regular women, you see old maids over here with tattoos. But I mean, you know, if you see a woman with tattoos on her neck all the way down to, maybe that's a red flag. But to see, like, you know, they may have one on the thigh, maybe the calf, maybe on the back, maybe the hand, it's not a red flag. But you can Americanize these women without taking them home. Just dealing with you, you're going to change them. I mean, you know, we talk about that all the time. Sockhouse Studio says, is getting married really that bad if you're not at retirement age? Young guys here have never married. Well, it's just something that, how much do you know about marriage? See, do you just want to have a wedding, or do you want to be married? See, those are two different things. See, a lot of women over there in the West, they want a wedding. They want this big wedding. They really don't want to be married, though. So they're going to make your life miserable as hell because they know that more likely than not, they're going to get half of what you got anyway. But there's nothing wrong with marriage, really. But you have to understand, young man, that if 50% of the marriages are ending in divorce over there, 75% of all new marriages now won't even last a year. Do you really want to get married? But it's the reason why I got 2 loaves of bread at my house. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. But it is what it is, guys. I'm telling y'all what I'm seeing. I'm trying to share it with you. Don't throw it back at me. He said, so true, Calvin, about the nose picking. I don't know, because sometimes you get congested over here. I'm not that way. I don't put people down. I'm just telling you what's right in front of me. So I got a loaf of bread for me and a loaf of bread for them. He said, wait till you get home to get drunk. Now, he's at home. He's drunk, but he's loud and he's boisterous and he's disturbing people. I mean, he's trying to be a bully. You know, I'm thinking he's playing because I'm ignoring him. I need to see you. I need to see you now in my house. And I'm looking at him like, oh, this guy's just playing. You know, he's drunk. But Derek said, no, he's serious. I was like, no, he ain't serious with me. I said, nope, you ready to go, man. Merlin said the same thing, that he's going to be in trouble. Yeah, Roger T says, they want what you offer, whether it's money or the stability that money brings. And remember, guys, yeah, I'm ready. We want something too. Don't put it all on the Filipina. Okay, we want something too. Okay, but remember, a lot of guys want to come over here. We want something different. A lot of guys are getting older. They do want a companion. They want a partner. So I'm just saying these are some things you can do to make sure you don't get tricked over here, because it's a lot of tricks over here. And in order for you to kind of navigate that minefield, sometimes you got to listen to other guys, man, who've been over here, who walked through the minefield. I've had a couple of profiles blow up on me, but not many, man. I know what to look for. I know what constitutes a good Filipino woman now. She hasn't had all the men in her background. You can look at her friends and her family. She doesn't have a lot of drama going on. She doesn't have any enemies and all of that, right? Yeah, he says, Sperling, he's up in Ilo. What's up, Sperling? He says, my girl tattooed my name on her arm. Yeah, I mean, it's not a red flag anymore. Absolutely. He says, there seems to be a Filipino sorority operating in the USA Catholic Church. Don't do it. You're still a young man. But this is where you're going to meet. This is where we make our first mistake. We take her to the Catholic Mass that Filipinos have once a month in your hometown. This is where she meets that support group. And it's powerful, man. It's powerful. It's very, very powerful. And I'm trying to duplicate it, but it's hard for us because we don't think on those terms. We want to do it on our own. Everybody's an individual. We don't want to be honest and open with our situation and what's going on. Everything's a secret. But over there, they let it all out. And they're better for it. I mean, no matter where you go around the world, wherever Filipinos are, they're going to have that support group. Imagine when my wife left here, she had no job. She had no place to stay, guys. Y'all don't understand how powerful that is. And they said, okay, we got a place for you to stay. We're going to get you a job. And they probably introduced her to that man she's living with now. 9 times out of 10, they did. King Arthur says, a while back, I had a coworker spend upwards of $30,000 on his daughter's wedding, and it lasted a whole 6 months. Yeah. Well, see, this is facts right here. The more you spend on the wedding, the less the more likely it's not going to last. Now, I didn't say that. People that whose job it is to observe and study this stuff, the census, it'll tell you. The more you spend on those weddings, man, the more likely it's not going to work. They just want a wedding. That's all they want, man. What's up, Mike Dawsonville? He said, preach on, brother. Everything you're saying is true. I'm just telling them my experience, Mike, and you're married to a Filipino woman. You take her to that church, that's your first mistake you make. Because now she's going to get that support group. It's going to become more of an influence on her life than you. So once a week, twice a month, they're going to come around and they're going to talk their language and they're going to, meet and greets, basically what it is. They have 2 or 3 meet and greets a month. Well, hell, people struggle just to make one meet and greet here. They think it's not to meet me. It's so you can come out and have some good conversation that you can't have with Filipinos over here. You can't. You with your girl, you're not having no deep conversation. And we had some lively conversations Monday. RV says, yeah, less than a month before the World Cup of Hoops here in Manila. Yeah, the FIBA. That's going to be big. I may try to make it up that I'll get to one of them games. I've never did anything like that here. I'm going to start taking advantage of that while it's here, because Carmelo Anthony was here a couple of months ago. I guess it had something to do with the FIBA men's basketball league. Girl, Stipock said, what percentage of your viewers are religious? Rhetorical. I asked because I wonder about what seems to be the high emphasis of access to be looking for a wife when a life partner can be had. Yeah, see, I would say a high percentage. We were talking about this last night. A high percentage of us inherited our religion from our parents, who inherited from their parents, and on and on and on. So we want to do the right thing, and the Bible says, in God's eyes and everything like that. So yeah, they want a wife. And, everybody knows that it benefits the woman more anyway, in the system anyway. Hannibal Barker says, hey, Cal, I'm in my mid-30s and I'm in good position to travel. I'm very interested in traveling to the Philippines. Do you have any gems you could drop for a first-timer? Yeah, I would say come here and just have a good time, man. Don't have any expectations. Leave all that expectations at home, man. I'm going to interview, and he's going to interview me. It's a young expat. He might be 20. I know his father. His father brought him over here with him. He's going to college and everything, right? And that's one of the questions I'm going to ask him, because he seems to have adapted very well here. And I think one of the reasons was, because you're in that generation where everything's been basically handed to you. You've been living in this lap of luxury, the standard of living that you become accustomed to. So a lot of times we'll bring that with us and it makes things worse. Just throw out all of that, man, and just come over here and have a great time. The people are going to welcome you. It's a beautiful country. Don't put any expectations on yourself, whether you're trying to meet somebody or not. You don't have to take over the Philippines to have a great time here. It is a wonderful place, I promise you, man, but it's just one place. There's a lot of other places, but I would say come here, fly to Cebu, see some of these beaches, see some of these tourist spots. But I wouldn't I'd leave them expectations on the plane, man. I just come here and have a good time. That would really be the gem I have for most guys, because the older guys, we already got these expectations in our head. We've already got them. And that messes us up. See, I had no expectations when I came here because I knew nothing about the Philippines. I basically got on a plane and flew over here. The best thing I could have done, really. But now that I've been here for a while, I'm seeing the mistakes that people are making. I'm saying, well, at least let me help them a little bit if I can. But yeah, leave them expectations home. Come over here, and man, I'm going to tell you, you're going to walk into a whole different world. A whole different world is waiting for you. Something you're not even used to. Come over here with a clean slate, man. And when you go back home, that damn slate is going to be full of stuff. But if you come over here, man, I'm looking for a wife, I'm looking for this and our infrastructure, and all of that, you're gonna miss out on what makes the Philippines special. It's like going back in time, really. That's the best I can tell you. Hey, Adventure Seeker, thanks for that super sticker. He said, hey, Cal, you still thinking about scuba certification with Critter Hunter? Yeah, it may not be with him because, see, you got to realize something. I'm in Siquijor. I've got a scuba diving school right on my property. I just, it just doesn't, and I didn't know that was going to be the case. because at first I was going to do it with Critter Hunter. But I'm like, well, why would I even leave my own front yard and go over to Dumageddon, then go down to Darwin or wherever they are, when I can it's just right in my front yard, basically. So yeah, I'm still thinking about it. But I'm gonna get Maryland's first. She's gonna get it first. Oh, okay, let's see. He says, yeah. He said, yes, sir. Much appreciated, brother. Yeah, you're welcome. He said, yeah, damn, guys, 300 watching, less than 100 thumbs up. I don't even ask for thumbs up anymore, Kingo Arthur, because that's what the guy said. He said, people, one of my followers, he emailed me. He said, Calvin, I see where you're always asking people. He said, if people appreciate your information, your vlog, whatever it is, your live stream, they're going to automatically hit that like button. You shouldn't have to tell them. He says, so something's going on there. And, you know, I have to agree with him. He says, did the typhoon pass over Iloilo? Well, you got to realize you get those remnants of the typhoon. It's not in the direct path, but you get the high winds, the waves. That's the reason we're still stuck here. The ferries can't run. You know, you get the rain. You get all of that. Hey, what's going on, Elat Mikado? Thank you for that super chat. She said, one love. D. Hicks says, hey, Cal, where's the guys on your panel? I'm going to do it when I get home. I didn't want to do it today. Because I don't have a full, I'm going to get over here in about 15 minutes because we're changing places. We're going to go over into Cebu just in case we get the word that the ferries are running, will be closer. And that's why. But it'll probably be, I'm going to do it when I get home. Yeah, he said, the guys that be making the signs and holding them up be cracking me up. Reminds me of watching WWE wrestling and looking into the crowd. Yeah, he's funny. Mike Dawsonville, he's married to a Filipino for years. I believe 14 or 15 years. He said, my wife has a big support group down here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. They give me a great deal of respect for a long time. I never have any problems with them. Yeah, you're not going to have any problems unless you get a divorce, unless y'all separate, unless y'all have problems. Then you're going to have problems because they got all the answers for her. And she's going to listen to them. You're not going to be able to reach her. You know. Yeah. He says, I can't tell if it passed over here in Iloilo because it keeps raining, thundering off and on. Yeah, we get the remnants of it. We're stuck here, Sperling. No ferries are running in Cebu. He said, how's the rainy season there? It depends on where you are in the Philippines. Most of the rainy season, they get hit hard up in Luzon. Every now and then you get a big rain here. But in San Carlos City, where I live, it usually rains while you're sleeping. Then you wake up, it's like hot again. Or if it rains during the day, it's just going to rain for a little while, then it'll stop. It's not something that just keeps raining 24 hours a day. Because a lot of times you're going to be over here during the rainy season, which is like from June to, I guess, somewhere like December or something. And you're going to be like, well, I thought this was the rainy season. He says, what are some good hotels to stay at in Cebu? I'll be there in November. Oh, man, so many. But I'll give you the Baez Hotel. W Secrets of Success stayed there. And then one of my subscribers came here and put me in Maryland up for 2 nights there. It's really, the Baez Hotel. I'm sorry. BAI. It's really nice, but the price is not that much. I think you can get a deluxe room for like $60 or something like that. But it's so many, man. It's so many. if you're flying in and you get in late and you flying into Moncton, okay, which remember, you don't fly into Cebu City, you fly into Moncton. That's where the airport is. Then you have to take a taxi, grab over the bridge to Cebu City. I would say stay in the Ace Pension House on the Moncton side, about 5 minutes from the airport. You're only gonna pay like 1,200 pesos, but it's clean. You got a restaurant on the top. You got aircon, cable. You got hot and cold water. You got Wi-Fi. But it's just so many here. You're not gonna have a problem. But the Bayou Hotel, where else? I mean, if you got the money, stay at the Radisson Blue. I do Airbnb. Hey, King B Stacker, thanks for that super chat. He said, for new guys, listen to Calvin. Over 2 years ago, I was a dreamer. And now I'm boots on the ground, thanks to Calvin. Changed my whole life. Sana all, that's what's Sana all mean, hun? When they say Sana all. It ain't okay. Well, good luck to everybody. Okay, he said, King B Stacker says Quest Hotel. Then you got, it just depends on how much money you want to spend. They got one, the Diplomat. It's like they say it's a 3-star. It's the first hotel I stayed in. Well, second. The first one I stayed in was a damn expensive ass Crown Regency. Yeah, he says, oh, we still live? Yeah, I got about 10 minutes, guys. I'm going to get off here because we're changing Airbnbs. But I want to thank y'all for your super chats, your super stickers, your thumbs up, all your support for Sunshine Shows. Remember, here's the 5 questions again. Have you dated a foreigner before? It's very important, guys, that you answer that. Do yourself a favor. Remember, you're accepting applications. You're hiring. Know your value. She's applying. Not you. She's looking for work. You're not. You're retired. No matter how bad your situation is. Hers is worse. Huh? Well, I'm just telling the guys. I'm speaking to them. I'm letting them know, yeah, they're smart. That's why they flipped the script. See? We're the ones who are interviewing. She's coming to your interview to see whether you're going to, choose her or not. Don't let it flip around to the other side. Okay? Have you dated a foreigner before? Thanks, no Kingo Dinero, for that super chat. He said, thanks for that information. You're welcome. Mr. Ringo, thanks for that super chat. He said, I personally like the Bayou Hotel and the Montebello Hotel. Now, here's another one, Montebello. Now, that Bayou Hotel is very nice, man. Got a nice gym. I mean, a really nice gym. Does it have a swimming pool? Yeah. The Bayou? Yeah. But the food is good, too. Okay, now, Cedric Giles, he says, the Dusit Tiny and the Blue Water have awesome breakfast buffet included, top notch. Now, I know the Blue Water is over here in Lapu-Lapu. They've got the White Sands Beach Resort over here. But, you're talking 4,000, 5,000 pesos a night, if that's what you want. The Dusit Tani, when we had the Morning Glory, the meet and greet, the Morning Glory, a couple of my subscribers were staying there. Geechee Lions Journey says, Sunshine Shows, I have Filipinos who say they want to interview me, but in person. Oh, yeah, you mean for the video, of course. They're going to use you for their content. I'm talking about when it comes down to dating. You're the interviewee. You're the interviewer. She's the interviewee. It's up to you you're doing the hiring, not her. Okay, but they turned it around. So the next one is, how old are you? Really? A lot of them don't have a birth certificate. A lot of them don't know how old they are. My son's mother ended up, she was 2 years older than what she thought she was. Even her birthday was different. Yeah, but she was 2 years older. Are you a virgin? Don't ask them, do you have children? How many boyfriends you have? They can easily get around that. You're going to come to your own conclusion when you ask her that question directly. Are you a virgin? If she says yes, then you're going to know when you get over here. And if she's lying, you get rid of that. How many men have you been with? Okay, how many lovers have you had? That's important. Because that's going to say a lot about her. Like, okay, if you're so good, then why are you single? Why don't you have somebody? Because if you ask them how long you've been single, they're going to say years. It's been a long time, they're going to say. At least 2 years or something like that. See, that's foolishness. You don't want that. How many men, number 4, how many men are you chatting with online right now? Don't lie, you're chatting with other men. I'm not the only one. Okay. How many are you chatting with? And remember, if you're playing peekaboo with her, she's playing peekaboo with them too. She's doing everything with them same as it is with you, because she don't know which one of y'all are coming. She's telling you the same thing. First come, first serve. You really like her, then get over here. Not somebody else going to get over here. And all that money you done sent over here and all that other stuff you done did, it's nothing. It's going to be wasted. Number 5 is, do you want a visa or do you want to come to my country? These are just 5 simple questions, man, but they get right to the core of what's going on with her and you. But if you don't ask those questions, you don't have anything coming. You don't know who this woman is. Again, get well soon, Bronny James. Anybody don't know, LeBron James' son had a cardiac arrest. Went into cardiac arrest. His heart stopped. He's lucky to be alive. He's in stable condition in the hospital out in California. Mo says, good morning, Brother Cal. I'm learning that exiting the matrix takes time, commitment, and discipline. I plan to visit next month, but not for good, not yet. Yeah, you got to have a plan. You got to have a plan. Congratulations to the Filipino women's soccer team. They won their first World Cup match. Condolences to the family of Obama's personal chef. He drowned. A mix. Fabulous. He says, have you learned more about the positive and negative about the Philippines from other guys' experience or your personal? Some guys' experience are so positive that they don't see the negative. Yeah. It's been a mix. At first, it was my own personal, but since I started my channel, I'm seeing it from all angles now. King Arthur says, act like an employer and have the Filipino fill out an application. Yeah, she's applying for work. You're not. You're okay. But yeah, guys, thank y'all so much. Let me get my theme song going. We got to get out of here because I haven't even eaten yet my breakfast. But I tell you, if you in Lapu Lapu, you need to eat at that Morning Glory Grill. Is what it's called. It's a Korean restaurant. The guy, he remembered me. They got. If there's a better food in Cebu, all of Cebu, I want to know about it because man, this food is delicious. It really is a 5-star. They have 5-star food there. The place is just a simple little place, really. It's clean, but their food is 5-star.
It's the real integrate J. Boots on the ground. It's the real real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Yeah, I want to read this last question from Geechee Lion's Journey. I wanted you to be on the panel either tomorrow or Friday, man. I'm gonna send me a message and I'll send you a link. But he says, I'm eager to actually have Filipina signing up to get with me. I just can't imagine how that would be. I know, that's why I'm here telling you that's how it is. Most of us don't believe it. I mean, you're like a piece of coal over there in America, but over here you're the diamond. And you can't believe it. You think he's lying until you get over here. And this is why they get us. This is why they were able to flip the script so easily. No, you're accepting applications. Remember that. You're the interviewer. Okay? She's applying for work, not you. Take care, everybody. Yeah, I forgot. One more thing. Volume 2 of the Unspoken Agreement, Stories of Love and Betrayal in the Philippines, is available now. I'll put the link in here. It's 4 new stories. I put all 4 stories together. Okay. The volume 2 is out, guys. Okay. Thank y'all so much in advance for your support.